Don't buy the Apple Watch Ultra 3 unless you watch this whole video. I try to keep it short because I promise you by the end, I will make it very clear for you to see if you need an Apple Watch Ultra 3 or maybe a Garmin. Now, I'm not a Garmin fanboy. I'm not here to tell you that Apple Watch sucks because the battery doesn't last long as Garmin. No, that's not it. Apple Watch is actually an amazing watch. Now, I'm holding in my hand two watches. One is Garmin, one is Apple Watch. So I have used both. I've actually purchased Ultra 1 when it came out and ended up returning it, which I will tell you why I returned it. And is Garmin the right watch for you? Probably not. And should everybody go buy the Garmin watch? Absolutely not. Is Apple Watch the right watch for you? Probably yes. And why? But I would say why you should not get it. Now, let me give you a little bit of background on myself and why you should listen to me. I've been running since 2019. I've been with Garmin since 2016. I bought that watch. I bought this watch in 2016. And this is a Phoenix 5. It's a tank. It's an absolute amazing sport watch. It doesn't open the Tesla doors. It doesn't unlock my MacBook. It doesn't allow me to write an email or send an email or read an email. No, it doesn't do any of that stuff, okay? It's pretty dumb when it comes to that stuff. But it's a dedicated sports watch. A battery still lasts, I don't know, I run every day, lasts 7 days. If not, probably 10 to 15 days. It's a fantastic watch. And I purchased it in 2016. Now, I'm not here to tell you Garmin is better, but hear me out. I really wanted something smarter than my Garmin watch because I was tired of it. And this is a few years back when the Ultra 1 came out. So I purchased the Apple Watch Ultra. I absolutely loved the way it looked and it was fantastic. There was a learning curve of remembering that I need to charge it all the time, which I kept forgetting it and the watch kept dying. But that was because I was coming from Garmin. That's not going to be the scenario for everybody, especially if you already have an Apple Watch. You're going to be used to the battery dying all the time. So I bought it and I put it to use. I took it for a few runs. On one of the runs it started raining. I couldn't use the screen, so I end up returning it. But not because of the battery, it's because the functionalities that it was missing. And a major one, even after not being able to touch the screen, the major one was the data it will collect. It will collect so much data from you, just as Garmin does. It might even be more than what Garmin does, because Apple Watch is a powerhouse. But what's the point of having an Apple Watch on your wrist and use it for your sport when the data it shows you, it's lacking? It gives you such a basic data that it's almost a joke. So what do you need to do? You need to go and download an app. Now you depend on some other company that you have to purchase their app on Apple Store. What happens if that company goes under? What happens if that company decides to raise their money they charge for the app and now you don't want to use a different app? So you're stuck with multiple different apps and the data each one shows you is very different than the other one. So you don't know which one is right, which one is wrong. But what was clear to me, since I've been with Garmin since 2016, all the data that Garmin has from me, from my runs and everything, it clearly shows it to me. And I'm able to actually compare my last run to the runs a week before, last run, month before, year before, my View 2 Max, you name it, you can see. And Garmin app is, I think, in my opinion, is one of the best way it could have possibly show you all the data. And I think sometimes it overshares data with you because it tells you so much that I don't think most people care for. But what I really care for is to be able to see if I'm getting better at something so I can compare my runs and show me a data that is useful for me. As someone is not a techie person, I find Garmin apps to be perfect. Now, Garmin watches are perfect for dedicated, I wouldn't call it dedicated, but someone is serious about their sport, health, and they want to be serious about running, be serious about cycling, be serious about maybe swimming, a triathlon, some crazy hikes. Um, I don't know, anyone that wants for a specific reason. See, an Apple Watch, it's good at everything. It's good at all the new technology, all the apps. It will connect to everything. That's fantastic. But it's not a dedicated sport watch in that sense because Apple chose not to. And let me explain. Apple can easily build an app that is just as good as Garmin or even better. But they won't do it. And why wouldn't they do it is because of money and because they're trying to make money. See, App Store, every app that is on sale on App Store, they need to pay Apple money. If every app on App Store it's for sale for a monthly membership, a subscription membership, or a one-time fee, Apple charges a percentage of that fee. So Apple is making millions, maybe even billions from these apps. So Apple doesn't care about me and you of building a free app for us for their Apple Watch. But Garmin is a free app. Garmin is a free app. And again, right now I'm making this video. We're in September 2025. September 2025, the app that I'm using right now, again, my watch is a Phoenix 5, which was released, I think it's 2016. I bought it in 2016. And the app is absolutely fantastic. It shows me all the data that I need to see. The only thing sucks, it doesn't give me like sleep data score. Like it shows you sleep data, which is just like very similar to Apple, but it doesn't give me a score. I don't want to see like, the details. I just want to see a score. I want to see how good did I sleep? Was it 100%? Was it 10%? Was it 15%? So I just want to see a score, which the new Garmin's do. Mine doesn't because mine is old. If you go buy a Phoenix 8, Phoenix 8 Pro, those things are 100 times better than my watch. My watch is, I'm telling you, this is from 2016. Listen to this. 2016. Look at this watch. Look at this sexy beast. I mean, but let me tell you, it's still perfect. Still perfect. I'll take it for a run. I did a run yesterday. It was 4 miles, a little over 4. It was perfect. It's good for specific reason, and that's just tracking your sport. It's not gonna, check in at the airport or none of that stuff. No, not gonna do any of that stuff. But now, going back to what I was saying about who's it for. So if you're someone that are thinking that you want to take your health serious, you want to start running, you want to start cycling, you want to hit the gym and actually keep track of things you do the proper way. I don't know if Apple Watch is the right watch for you because the data it will show you it's very disappointing unless you go purchase apps. Now these apps better work. One thing that I noticed when I had the Apple Watch Ultra, or even this one here, the Nike one, when the data was collected on my run, for example, from Garmin and that, I used an app called Athletic. I think I paid $30 a year for it. I don't have it anymore, obviously. I don't use it, but it will show me my effort of that day running, and it showed me the data, but it was so far off from Garmin. Like my effort on Garmin, it would tell me my effort was maybe a 2 out of 5, and that thing will put it as high as possible. And I think maybe it's because the lack of the info that it has, maybe from the past. I mean, I don't know. I'm coming up with reasons that I have no idea for, or I have no idea about. But I didn't have no confidence in it. Okay, so I think if you want to have an app that helps you, a watch that helps you, I think a Garmin would be a better choice for you, but only if you're serious about sports that you decide to do and your health. Maybe you want to lose weight, maybe you want to be fitter, maybe you want to, I don't know, run a marathon, maybe you want to do a triathlon. Any of that ideas you have, a Garmin dedicated sports watch is the way to go. Now, an Apple Watch is great again, but you need to rely on other companies' apps. It's not going to be an Apple app. You have to purchase that app, so count off additional cost, count on maybe using even more than one app. And why do I say that? Because I downloaded Athletic, I downloaded Outdoors app, I downloaded, what was it, the app called? There was something else for cycling, Cadence app. So these are the apps that I had to get to be able to use my Apple Watch to see my runs and cycling. But even if I didn't get any of these 3 apps, all I needed was my Garmin app, and it's free. Every other app with Apple Store you need to pay for. Cadence was $6. Athletic was $30. Outdoors, what I think I want to say $5 or $6. So just think of that. You're going to need multiple apps. Everything you want to see or track, you have to go jump from one app to another app. I don't know. I found it too overwhelmingly unnecessary extra work. But I loved it, Apple Watch. I love the fact that the screen looked nicer. But again, my Garmin is 16 years old. It's not a brand new Garmin. So in case, if Garmin watching this, if you want to send me one to review and maybe tell me, make a video for regarding the Fenix 8, I would love to do that. I've been with Garmin since 2016. But I will tell you, if you're not serious about any sort of sport, do not waste your money on a Garmin watch. A Garmin watch is not made for people that are not into sports and that are not serious about their health. If you want to track steps, your phone will track it for you. Go get a Fitbit. Actually, Fitbit is a joke. Go get yourself, I guess, the cheapest Apple Watch. That will do it. Or just get if you're rich and you don't care about the money, get the most expensive Apple Watch. But Apple Watch is perfect for 99% of the planet that has an iPhone, because you need an iPhone to use it with. If you are, one more time, serious about running, cycling, any of that stuff, get a Garmin. Don't get yourself an Apple Watch Ultra 3 or any Apple Watch. I think it's a waste of money if you get one, because I'll find myself. So I have it. So I downloaded this app on App Store. It's free, but it shows me ads. Not because I'm cheap, it's just because I just want to see a sleep score. So at night, I wear the Apple Watch to sleep because I want to see my sleep score. That's the only time I wear this. I do not wear Apple Watch ever again, or for any reason, only for sleep, because my Garmin is old and it doesn't show me the sleep score. Now, the new Garmins, they all do that. Just this one is 2016. So maybe Garmin, send me a Fenix 8 Pro, the new one, and I'll make videos. So Garmin, Apple, try to change my mind. Send me one of those watches, the newest, latest, and I will make a video about it. But hopefully this video helped you to make a decision. If you want, it comes down to, if you just want a cool, awesome, amazing watch, get an Apple Watch. If you are too rich, get both. If you want something to help you with your running journey, cycling journey, you want to run a marathon, I did that. That was amazing. That was one of the best things I did. And this watch helped me. Garmin Fenix 5. This watch. And Garmin was an amazing company, man. Every time I had an issue with one of their stuff, because I have more stuff than their watch. I have the HR belt, not belt, like a heart rate strap, chest strap. It stopped working. I called them. They sent me a new one. Didn't even ask a question. Amazing customer service, but their stuff is expensive. So if you getting an Apple Watch or a Garmin watch, write it in the comments. I would love to hear from you, and let's have a chat about this. If you think I'm right or wrong, write it down. And this is my opinion. Thank you guys, and till the next one. Later.